Fantastic. Just a small little backstory. I actually went to high school with Brian's wife.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and then of course he's like a sommelier, right?
Sommelier, yes.
He is that, but also he's
that.
He's that, and that's in wine. But we make cocktails on this show. So he works over at Napa Cafe, right? Where's Napa Cafe located, Brian?
So it's between Y Station and Mendenhall, right off of Poplar. If you know where the Malco Paradiso is.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, and so that little nook where, like, say, Silo Craft Republic, which was Fox and Hound.
Yes.
We're located there. We've been there for 22 years now.
Okay.
Right, so it's right there, right in that little area. We know exactly where it is, and it's fantastic. Y'all are already you're obviously open, right?
Yes, we are.
And you're doing a lot of curbside service, correct?
Yes, curbside service, takeout. We're also doing DoorDash and Uber Eats as well.
Oh, cool.
Perfect.
Very
So
cool.
if you tired of eating at the house, go on out, get you to go order, or they can bring it back to your house and have a good meal as well, because that's fantastic food over there at Napa Cafe.
Absolutely. I mean, the one of the things that the owner, Glenna Hastings, has a hashtag Stay In, Dine Out, and so we want to be able to have people that have that experience with staying in. So we have pretty much the way I describe it is American fare with French influence.
That's awesome. That's
Very
awesome.
cool.
Well, go ahead, Brian. Show us your cocktail, my friend. What are you going to make for us today?
All right, I'm making the Delta Sunrise, which is our version of a Sex on the Beach.
Woo!
Okay, cool.
It's spring break. I mean, come on.
We can
Ed.
pretend we're on the beach.
Absolutely right, and we're doing it right here. I mean, but this time I'm not putting any Neutrogena on. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
not putting fake tanner on.
That was an amazing story, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Hilarious.
Yeah, your wife probably made fun of me when I was in high school too about that.
Probably.
Everybody did, so that's good.
There we go.
I love that sound.
We are live on social media. We're here at Q1075 Periscope. That's awesome, man. Lee, so what kind of glasses are those you're using?
So I'm using a Collins glass. Excuse me. So the Collins glass, because you want presentation-wise to look great. This particular type of drink is kind of all about the colors and whatnot.
Right.
So you want to make sure that it looks good, you feel good drinking it, and you kind of show off a little bit.
There you go.
Okay.
So the first thing, besides putting the ice in these Collins glasses, which for those who are not familiar with what a Collins glass is that taller sized drinking glass. You fill it with ice, and then what you can do is use Old Dominick vodka.
I love vodka. Vodka's my go-to.
And they're local too, by the way.
Yes,
they're local.
Well, good thing that you mentioned that is that pretty much the cocktail list that we've designed are around local using.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. I love that.
It's great. Local radio station, local restaurant, using local products.
Support local.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
So what we're going to do is we're going to pour about in each, since we're all having a cocktail, we're going to pour about an ounce and a half of the vodka to start.
Okay.
Okay. So
In each glass?
In each glass.
Okay.
So an ounce and a half is equal to one shot.
Have you had the Old Dominick's Hope?
I don't think I have.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's really good. It's one of my favorite that we have here. Have you been to the distillery they got over there?
I have. I went to a wedding there, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Then
Did
you
the
probably
wedding on
had
the
it. Then you probably have it somewhere.
Well, probably, actually, thinking
Yeah.
about it, because vodka's all I drink.
Nice.
So then after pouring that, and we're instead of doing an ounce and a half, we're doing 2 ounces for ourselves here. But,
There we go, buddy.
All right. So then the next thing you do is use an ounce of peach schnapps. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So it's the basic preparations to the traditional Sex on the Beach, but our little take is a little bit different
A
here.
little twist on it.
Little twist. So pouring the peach schnapps in here, add a nice little floral note to it as well. And
I can smell that already. Oh, it smells so good. I love peach schnapps, man. I
Yeah.
really do.
And then the thing is, it could be, you gotta make sure you have the perfect balance to it, because it can overpower, any kind of drink. So you want a good balance. So then the next two ingredients you use are cranberry and orange juice.
Yum.
Love
All right?
it. Love
so
it.
let's see if I can get you hear me pouring it in there.
You
So-
can actually check this video out at Q1075. We're all over social media. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram, Periscope, and Twitter as well. So
All right. So basically, what I
Pouring them
usually
at
do-
the same time.
Oh yeah. You kind of want, and like I said, it's appearance.
get on that mic. Get on that mic, brother. Get on
Oh,
that
I'm
mic.
sorry. It's appearance basically, and you want to make sure that it is not too diluted one way or another. So you want perfect balance between the peach schnapps and the cranberry.
And it's a pretty pink.
It is.
Yes.
Look at that. That's a nice little drink.
Now, basically, I I've had it kind of poured a little bit low, except for mine, I poured a little bit high. Sorry, sorry guys.
That's mine now, by the way, Brian.
So the reason being is because of the last two ingredients to it. So I should say last three. So the little one of the little twists we have is a honey syrup. Okay, so local honey syrup, by the way. And
Okay.
the reason why honey syrup over simple syrup is it adds a little more depth of flavor. Me being the sommelier, I overthink things. So I literally create things by smell and I go, okay, let's try this, and
Right.
then the other bartender, whose name's Brian, who I call the professor. I'm the math scientist. He's the professor. He goes, okay, and he has a lot more experience than I do. And he goes, well, why don't you try it this way? And then finally, Glenda, the owner, she goes, she's the brains. She goes, all right, that works, sir. You twist it this way.
Right. So, little honey action.
So you
Yes.
created this drink.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I actually kind of did it out the top of my head. Like Glenda wanted me to come up with one last minute drink. I'm like, let me throw this together. I have to go over and go home and meet Dory. She's waiting for me. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
really neat.
so the key thing is making sure that with the honey syrup, you do that before the last two ingredients. And the reason being is layers and mix the different flavors together, okay?
Right.
And then,
Ooh,
Chambord.
That looks fancy.
Yeah, Chambord's good. Yeah.
yeah, so with the Chambord, the thing about it is that it's a little bit goes a long way, okay?
Right.
So basically, we're going to use use about a half ounce of the Chambord, okay?
Okay.
Now, just, because I said this was a little not...
Yeah, just a little dash of it in there. That's
It
Exactly.
kind of looks like a perfume bottle.
It does, doesn't it? And it's really cool because it adds like a different color to it, a little darker, kind of a purplish with it.
Yeah.
And then, so the last little ingredient that makes it a little bit different is the club soda.
Club
Nice.
soda. Okay.
All right, so now the reason why I would thought of club soda, we have a drink at the restaurant called the Midnight Sparkler. So, Midnight Sparkler, and we want Delta Sunrise. We kind of want that sparkling element to it.
Nice, nice.
So you top it off with a little bit of club soda. Adds a little, and if I'm pouring here, make sure you guys, for all you listeners there, see if you can hear the.
Look at him.
I'm so excited for this. This looks so good.
No joke. He added everything in this thing. And I love how he's topping it off because in Sex on the Beach, you don't put club soda in there. So they're adding their own kind of different spin to it. That's great.
Exactly. Now, unfortunate thing is I forgot to bring some straw. So.
Oh, it's all
We don't
right.
like straws anyway.
That's all right.
Save the
Yeah.
turtles.
That's right.
And now to complete the whole cocktail experience, use a lime. All right, so you cut it and you make it wedge-wise.
Right.
Now, let me adjust the mic here. That way I can talk. You can actually hear me, and I can also focus on not cutting my finger off.
Yeah. Don't cut your finger off, okay? We don't want any of that, brother.
Absolutely. Now, just a quick little. I'm sorry, I would like to teach, but basically the quick little thing is to cut a wedge. You just cut it in half, and then instead of lengthwise, cut lengthwise. That's how you cut a wedge.
Right. Okay.
And so we'll just kind of do it nice and quick.
Yeah, man. Cut that thing and throw it in that drink, brother. I'm ready.
Yeah. All right. Here you go. There's one with
Dibs.
Dibs, that's yours?
Yeah.
All right.
Sticker and all. Hold on a second. There
Yeah,
we go.
that's all right. Hey, show the camera real quick.
Yeah, sure.
She's got it. Yeah, look at that. It looks so good, dude. It looks like it looks like a Sex on the Beach, but it looks like it's a different version of it. It doesn't look as strong.
There we go.
It looks fancy,
I
like
like
a fancy
how-
version of a Sex on the Beach.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
the bottom of the drink is pink orangish.
Right.
And then the top is like a clear color.
It really is. So check this out.
All right, cheers,
Okay,
guys.
Cheers. 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 Cheers.
Tastes like summer.
It does.
This is
See?
so good. And it tastes like lightweight, like it's not heavy.
Right. Here's what's the best part, and we talk about this, Brian, all the time, and you know this, right? A great cocktail, you cannot taste the alcohol.
Yeah.
You cannot taste the alcohol in here whatsoever. And
Yeah.
you put a few different ones in here, right?
Yes, that's correct.
I think everything you put in here, it what's the word? It complements each other.
Yeah.
Is what it does. And I can picture myself sitting on a patio, feet up on a beach, being relaxed in a beautiful weather that we're going to be having. Oh my gosh, this is
amazing.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that the lime adds a little
Tastes
bit of flavor
fresh.
to it. Super fresh.
It's one of those things where we just want cocktails that are approachable. That's not too sweet, not too bitter, just approachable to any type of person who says, "Oh, I don't like this drink." Well, try this. You'll never know.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Dude.
love it.
That's a fantastic cocktail. Brian, let me ask you real quick.
Sure.
If no one's ever been to Napa Cafe, give me like an appetizer or an entree, since you are doing curbside service and a
Yes.
lot of people are getting to-go orders. Just go. Let me give me
Sure.
an example.
One of my personal favorites is our blackened shrimp dumplings, and what it is essentially like a wonton that has the blackened shrimp in it, but it
Right.
also has bacon tomato gravy with it.
That sounds fantastic.
It's absolutely
Everybody loves bacon in the South, brother.
Exactly, absolutely, and that's one thing. Moving here from California, bacon, grits, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So, and actually, speaking of grits, we also have a part of our, a shrimp and grits. It's Delta Sunrise. Delta Sunrise. Sorry, cheesy Delta grits is what we have for our shrimp and grits, which are absolutely delicious.
Wow.
And then, but another one of our more popular entrees is our salmon. And what it is, it sits on a bed of black forbidden rice, and then it has a sweet and sour beet emulsion that we pour around the plate to add color, but also adds a little bit of different sweet and sour elements too as well.
Of course.
And then, so we have that. I mean, we have all the different kinds of cool stuff that we're changing up every day. We just introduced one of our appetizers, a potato gnocchi as well.
Woo, man, you've got me hungry already.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. So basically, go over and you can see our friends over at Napa Cafe. You can see Brian. You can taste his drink. Is fantastic. Yeah.
And one thing we're known for, especially, is our sweet buttermilk pie dessert.
Buttermilk
Pie, sweet buttermilk pie dessert. It's with a brown sugar sauce. My wife does not like sweets. However, she took one bite of that, stopped mid-bite, and said, "Oh my gosh!" And then now every time she tells people to come visit Napa Cafe,
Right.
she says, "You have to get the sweet buttermilk pie."
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Brian, thanks for coming on Show Us Your Cocktail at Q1075. We definitely appreciate you. Shout out to you, the drinks, and Napa Cafe. You can go get them at curbside service. Where can be? Are you on Facebook as well? People
Yes,
can find us
we
there?
are. We're on Facebook as well. Yes, and
What
Instagram.
are you at? What's the handles?
That's
Just go to Napa Cafe. It's going to show up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
NAPA Cafe.
Yep.
Brian, thank you for showing us your cocktail, my man.
Thank you.
Turn your radios up.
More hits.
Right now.